Good day, everybody. This is a beautiful day in the neighborhood. And uh, I'm Jay Bagley from Vance Community Center in Montgomery County. And today we have uh, two people from George L. Cannon, II House of Hope. We have Karen Jackson and we have Tony. So I'd like to ask you some questions. What is your mission statement?
First, I'd like to say hello to everyone. And our mission statement is to improve the quality of life for at-risk youth in the inner city of Philadelphia and surrounding counties, with emphasis placed on education, psychotherapy, and social skills. And we strive to help other people excel.
Very good. So, what are the ages that you work with?
We work with youth between the ages of 8 and 24.
8 and 24. So, how did you get started with this opportunity and nonprofit?
My son, George Cannon, who the organization is named after, was killed back in 2007 due to a drug-related incident on the street of Philadelphia. And after his death, I decided I wanted to start a nonprofit organization. And I not only just started it because of his death, I started it because of our life journey. And I say our life journey, meaning my children and I. I once sold drugs, I used drugs, I was homeless, and I know I exposed my children to a lot. And as a result of that, my son decided to follow that path and was out in the streets selling drugs, and he was killed. And so because of that, I started this nonprofit. I got some of my friends together. One of my good friends that's sitting beside me, Anthony Lloyd, he and my girlfriend, Tammy Boney, they helped me develop the George L. Cannon House of Hope. Originally, it was called the George L. Cannon House of Hope for Girls because I thought I could only had something to give to young ladies. But then we decided that we were going to help young men as well.
So, Tony, how many young people do you serve?
Probably, we have served probably 1,000 or more over the years.
That's quite a bit. So, what are some of the activities that you do with these young people?
Well, we have an education drone program where we teach youth to build, code, and fly drones. We have our Smart Girls program, which consists of topics of financial literacy, entrepreneurship, job readiness, college prep. And we also have our STEAM program, which of the Build Code Fly Trust drone program falls under the STEAM program. But we also have an Afro-American art and history program that we offer young people. Then we have our Cope for Life curriculum, which is our mental health piece, which is a cognitive behavior program designed around the trans-theoretical approach model. What our psychologist does is sit in group with the youth, help them identify their issues, and then come up with better solutions to handle them.
Tony, how you deal with the issues? Because young people today, it's like young people in the other days. They have issues then, and they got issues now. How do you guys deal with that?
It is, you know what? I used to think it was going to be challenging. I mean, and initially when Karen thought of this initiative, I said, you know what? We had to deal with these kids. How I deal with kids? I have two beautiful girls. They're not as young as some of the folks that we see, but they keep me young. And not only that, I worked 33 years in public health and for the Philadelphia Health Department. So a lot of our patients that we were seeing were young kids. I did STDs and HIV and things like that. I did testing. I did street outreach. So the hardest thing was when you talk to young kids about personal issues, not just the things that I was doing, sexually transmitted diseases, but we talk about murders and criminality, and we talk about abuse that goes on. These are the things sometimes kids don't don't know about, or they might not be comfortable in talking about those things. I felt myself educating them first, and identifying, defining what domestic violence means. You know what leadership means. what what it feels like to have a mentor. Because a lot of the kids we deal with, they don't have mentors that aren't positive. If they're out there, a lot of us, we are quick to throw in the towel the moment that something goes south. With this organization, we give them a home. We give them something to be comfortable with. Uh, One of the things we do is there's a program that we're partnered with the Northeast Treatment Center,
Yes.
and we deal with adjudicated kids.
Adjudicated teens.
And these are teens that have been remanded by the courts. These are kids that when I first came into the program, very difficult at first because they didn't know how to take me. I'm an OG, right? They were young kids, but it took after about 3 or 4 classes and lessons, leadership programs, domestic violence,
Health and wellness.
health and welfare. I found a way to get around that, and that was to meet them. To answer your question, to meet them at where they are, you know, and to build that trust. And a lot of us, you know, we as OGs, we want to be cool, you know. We want to, you know, we have our flip phones, you know, and all we want to do is you know, dress nice and all those other things, but we don't tell our stories. And in this arena, we get a chance to tell our stories. Karen just told hers, and that's very difficult. You know, with me, I get a chance to tell my background, being from the Rich Island Projects, marginalized community, getting in trouble at 16, going to college and graduating, and then moving on to a successful career in public health. Offering that level of possibilities, one of the things, it empowers me too, and at the same time, I can get a chance to empower these kids.
Yes.
That's very inspirational because we're from that community where you're going to fall and you have to learn how to get back up. So
yes.
Well done. Karen, how do you play a part with these kids who need the mentorship? And the girls can be difficult too.
They can be, but I have a great relationship with the young women that I mentor. I have some that I specifically mentor, just a handful, because I can't do too many. But the young women that I encounter, we have a great relationship. And I get to talk to them about the things that I used to deal with, and they share with me some of the issues that they're going through now. And I let them know, you know, like whatever you're dealing with, you can overcome it. Whatever issues you may have, you'll learn to overcome it with the proper person in your life as a mentor, guide you through your challenges.
Yeah, the truth will set you free. But I heard you say you had a drone program. Can you elaborate on that a little, on what you do and what the kids do with the drone program?
Okay, well, the youth learn to build, code, and fly drones. We teach them the knowledge that they need to get their trust certification, because as you know, in order to fly a drone, you have to have a trust certification or a FAA Part 107 certificate to legally fly a drone. So they learn about the different components of the drones and how to code, and different activities on delivering packages. They learn about delivering packages. They learn about creating videos and content and things of that nature.
That's very important because
Yes.
we're moving. Drones are innovative,
Yes.
and it's now.
Yes.
It's not tomorrow.
Right.
The future is now. So Burger King, and there's all types of jobs that the kids need to learn that. So that's very good as far as medical. They need, they have packages that's going to be delivered, Amazon.
Yes.
And all those kind of things. So you're definitely going up the right road. So what is your endeavor for the future of this program that you're doing?
What we would like to do is be able to house young people that are homeless. What we like to do is, we're actually working now with the Department of Labor to have our cybersecurity pre-apprenticeship program registered with the state. And so that's one of our initiatives that we're working on now. and we're close to the finish line, thank God. But I would like to be able to offer our programs to the young people and help guide them on their path to adulthood so that they can learn to make great decisions and be successful individuals.
Success is part of life.
Yes.
You know. So, where do you see your program totally in the next 5 years?
I see a number of group homes for these kids, but I also see dealing with adults as well. I see a transition from not just with the youth, but with the parents. I
With the
think that
parents.
one of the components that we need to work on is to be able to have, because sometimes parents have issues too. So deal with the social aspects of some of the things that the parents have. Because if you incentivize parents, then you can get a better stake in this game when you incentivize parents. Say, for example, as we bring these kids in our Code for Life program for an hour or two, got these parents wait. Now, we don't want the parents to just drop them off and let us, and we become babysitters, right? That happens, but we want to be able to have the parents that come in and say, an exercise program. So if we have a homeless shelter, or I don't want to say homeless. I don't like using that word because
Unfortunately.
yeah, we want a home for them, but we want a home for the parents too.
Yeah.
So parents come in and or our stakeholders come in and we can teach them to be whole.
Yes.
So you incentivize them. There's so many programs out there for adults, and a lot of times we don't ask. We don't ask. We see things out there. There's so many programs out there, and we don't ask. If we can find the programs where we can incentivize these adults, I think we have a better stake in the game. I think we have a better stake. So in 5 years, we can make that possible. Drone programs, not just for kids, for adults, right?
Right.
Educate some of these older folks like myself, and when it comes to technology, teach me how to work my iPhone. Teach the parents how to work the iPhone. Those things, because like you said, this world is, in terms of technology, we're there, and if we can bring these parents in, and bring more adults in there too as well, I think we can achieve a lot of, we can be unstoppable. And if we lift the parents' dreams, then the parents will follow on the kids.
Oh, absolutely.
Just like Tony was saying, it's good to be able to empower and encourage the parents, because as long as the parents are empowered and encouraged and feel good about themselves and they are learning, then that will trickle down to the youth, to their kids, to their children. Long as the parents are willing to do so. I know myself, with raising my children, I really didn't do what I was supposed to do as a parent because I was too busy out here in the streets. So I did not educate or empower my children the way that they needed to be and nurture them the way that they needed to be. So it's important as parents that we learn to be able to nurture our children and make sure that they're getting the proper education, making sure that they're being properly taken care of so that they can thrive and be successful in life. That's very important.
So thank you so much. And I know we're pressed for time, but we'd like to continue this conversation. So this is Jay Bagley, Karen Jackson, and Tony signing off, and thank you very much for showing today.
And you're welcome. Thank you for having us.
Thanks for having us.
You're welcome.